He said because he said high enough bunch of his thoughts, it overwhelmed me. Because I gotta admit, the first time he came to me as a thought, that's probably why I ended up in the psychiatry ward and why I ended up being in the house for a while. Because when he first came to me that day, not first, but I don't mean when he first came, because he's been around for longer. He said he's been quite some time. But what I mean by the first time he came to me was when I realized what it was. Because when I was a child, it was always an imaginary creature. But as I grew up, imaginary creatures, imaginary friend, they have a tendency to fade into the background. But mine stayed with me as I grew up. I got through childhood, they were there. I got through teenager, they were there. I went through high school, they were there. I mean, even when I was in high school, these creatures were in the background talking. They saw me there one day when I saw my first actual computer. It was the first computer I ever saw to a degree in physical form. It was a great big computer with these big reels. You remember the big bulky one with the computer tape that spin around and all that stuff. But I thought that was the most wonderful thing I had ever seen. It was the most advanced piece of machinery that I had ever seen because, you know, I had never seen a computer. But when I saw the computer, I was thinking all kinds of thoughts about I wish I could just touch this computer. I wish I could just operate it, make it work. But then they wasn't going to let me mess with the computer because there was people who took that class and I wasn't what you call advanced enough to them to take it. Because back in high school, I was in what they call a special class. That was where all the people, the slower students were put. But even back then in the slower class, I used to draw the same stuff to a lesser degree that I'm doing now because, you know, my artistic skills wasn't as refined, but I was still drawing the same stuff. I was just doing it less advanced than I am. I mean, because, see, okay, if you see my work, you know that some of the stuff you see makes this look stupid. But that's the funny thing about it. When I drew that cosmic bear and the celestial stuff, I was sitting there just doing a few wild sketches, and as I did it, the stuff just flows out. See, I don't draw everything perfect when I do it. This is just this. Some kids could draw a better picture than this. That's a fact, and I ain't gonna deny it. But the thing is, I do what I do under certain conditions, and most of the time when I do it under those conditions, it's like there's like another energy force that goes through me and helps me with my lesser skills. Because see, I mean, my arithmetic is no good. I'm not no mathematician. I mean, I barely have the arithmetic skills of your average person. I can do the basic arithmetic, add certain figures together, but as far as algebra and stuff, I have no clue about algebra. But any book I read about, such as atomic structure and all this junk and all this googly gooks and stuff, I liked it. So, I mean, I pick up that fairly relatively quick. The string theories of the universe and all that other junk they be talking about, I like that, so it interests me. So I learned everything I could about black holes and all this stuff. But back to the point. In high school, I used to draw this stuff, but the teachers were kind of, hey, look, you're here to learn arithmetic, and you're here to learn math and algebra and all this and spelling. If you want to do this stuff, you go to art class and do that. You're not in your other classes. So that's what they kind of frowned on it. So, you know, I kind of like shuffled it off for them. You know, every once in a while I would sneak one in. But they didn't go for that.